Welcome to Just a Bit Outside, the baseball movie podcast brought to you by Bucko Banter. Today we review Major League 2, which is the same thing as Major League 1, except it's way worse.
Rockin' one-on-one, she compliment my taste. Whiskey in my lemonade, cause I like the way it tastes. Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates. Order steak by the plate, send in case after case. Run my race at my pace, clear the grass of the snakes.
Chris Miller, listen, I wanted to do something witty. I wanted to do something fun with the cold open.
But this movie's broken you.
It's so bad.
It's not good. It's not good. It has some funny jokes, but like it is a bad movie.
I got through maybe 15 minutes without texting you about so many of the problems in this movie, and then we continued to go back and forth about the problems with this.
What's truly wild about this movie is it's the worst that we've covered so far. It's one of the shorter ones that we've covered. It clocks at like 90 minutes. I have the most notes about this. I have two whole ass pages of legal pad filled up with notes because there's a lot happening here.
I always take too many notes, but I agree. Like there's so much jumping around. There's so many kind of disconnected things going on. But before we bias everybody too much, let's
Listen. There are worse movies than this.
Yeah,
preface it with that.
This is David Ward again. This is released March 30th, 1994. Starring largely the same cast. We have Tom Berenger back as Jake Taylor, Charlie Sheen back as Rick Funn, Corbin Burnson back as Dorn, James Gaiman back as Lou Brown. Omar Epps plays Willie Mays Hayes in this movie, who, if you'll understand, is just completely not the same guy as Wesley Snipes at all.
He's different
person altogether.
It's a new guy.
And you would think maybe they would, at least make a joke about it. No, the whole entire movie, Omar Epps is just Willie Mays Hayes, not mentioned one time that it's a whole different guy.
Game of Thrones did this a bunch of times, and nobody really complained about that until the last season, where we complained about everything because it was butt cheeks.
Sure, but I don't know. He was one of the big three guys in the first movie,
and the crazy part is, and I spent some time looking around. It just says he was unavailable. He didn't turn down the role. He didn't dislike the script. He didn't have a falling out with anybody. He just isn't in it. They just got a much younger man.
And I like Omar Epps. We got a young Mike Tomlin in the game, but It's just, yeah. Dennis Haysbert back as Pedro Serrano.
Still the man. And then Margaret Whitten returns as Phelps again, the owner. And then we have a couple newcomers here.
Allison Duty, Michelle Burke, David Keith, who plays Parkman, who's the kind of villain in it. And
he's definitely the villain in this.
Yeah, and I'm going to butcher this dude's name, Takakai Ishibashi, who is here as Insoro
Tanaka.
What's Tanaka? I was trying to remember if that was actually his first name. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
So an ensemble cast again, very similar story to the same movie. To the first movie, I should say. Ensemble cast, it's a band of ragtag scoundrels, except everyone is just in the first movie, they were all kind of turned to 11, and they're pretty heavily muted in this one, unfortunately. So We start, Harry Doyle is back, Bob Uecker is back as Harry Doyle, calling the games, and you texted me as soon as you watched it and said,
I didn't remember this. I didn't remember it. It is straight up a previously on Major League. And it's just a recap of the first movie. And that's completely insane. Why would you do that?
It is, and they show the flashbacks. It's not done artfully where Bob Uecker is he is calling it, but on screen he's doing a voiceover and you see the stuff from the last
they show the events of the movie, including some of Wesley Snipes.
It is
not in this.
I didn't even think about that. That is insane. Yeah, they roll the clip from Wesley Snipes, and it's just a whole ass different guy in this movie. Yeah, this is just straight up like from a soap opera.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's just last time on Major League One, and it's just a recap. It's like a 3-4 minute recap of the first film with Harry Doyle, kind of calling it like a baseball game. But you don't need to do that.
No,
You don't need to be doing all that. It's crazy talk.
so we like rush through the intro here to like set the stage for what is going on, and we find out that Phelps has sold the team to Dorn for $150 million, which is wild. Last year they won the East, but they got swept in the championship round by the White Sox. And then we cut to everybody coming back into spring training again, and we have Serrano back, Willie Mays Hayes, but it's actually Epps. Jake Taylor is back. Rick Vaughn is back. And we meet the grounds crew guys again. They're back. But as we're introducing these guys, we find out a couple different things. Hayes, again, not the same guy. Taylor his knees are just straight dust. Like he
can't do it anymore.
Derrick Rose situation. And Rick Vaughn is living a freaking square lifestyle now.
Yeah, you've got all the biker types coming out, and they're all excited to see him, and they've all got the haircut, like the weird stepped lightning bolt style haircut in the back, and they hear a Harley, and everybody turns around. It's like, here it comes, man, and it's just some fat guy with a mullet, which is incredibly funny.
Awesome.
It's just Kenny Powers.
It really does look like Kenny.
Hair and ass on a Harley. And then he pulls up in a limo and gets out, and he's a dweeb now.
Yeah, he's
just a dweeb.
Straight up L7 weenie guy. Like he's on the straight and narrow now, and he's living a loser lifestyle.
Used to be a cool guy, and now he's a dweeb.
He has a dumb haircut. He is wearing too nice of a suit.
He's got a butler. How much money did he make in that rookie contract? This is his second year in the league.
It's ridiculous. We get introduced.
Breaded up.
He did. He got the cred for making that one Amex commercial.
The only guy they ever paid was like Joe Ram, and even that's like not that much money. He's making that money all once.
Yeah,
he just put it all on that American Express. He's just drowning in credit card debt.
They ruin his character in this movie. They truly do.
They're supposed to, but it's like it's a little much. They ruin his character for like a lot of this movie.
This movie is supposed to be a Rick Vaughn redemption arc where he turns from a total square who like his girlfriend is like too hot and he doesn't have any edge to him like getting the leather jacket back on and like dating the girl that he left when he made it big time. And they just do it in the worst way possible. We get introduced to some new outfield fans. It's Randy Quaid.
So not different, one different outfield fan. The other guys, the other bleacher creatures, those guys were in the first movie.
Nice.
Like his two buddies. But Quaid, brother of Dennis Quaid, who we've covered in what the hell was that? The Rookie.
The Rookie.
So now it's a family affair being in baseball movies before he went super insane and I think got kicked out of the United States.
I was just going to say, you want to have a good old time, Google yourself a little Randy Quaid, see what comes up.
It's rough. Yeah, that was weird. But yeah, he's also, I don't think he's credited in this movie either.
I don't think he is either.
Which, he should be because he's really funny in this movie.
He's like, outside of all the people in the main casting,
he brings
he's like
the heat.
The guy.
Yeah, and he's also a large part of the reason why Rick Wild Thing Vaughn sucks, because he's just in his head and he's ruining his life.
We meet the outfield fans. So they bring back these throughout the movie montages similar to the last one. Mostly they go back to the outfield fans. I think they only go back to the grounds crew one or two times in this one, but yeah, it's very similar.
The guys in the outfield have a much larger role as like the Greek chorus here.
We find out that they signed this guy Parkman. What's this? Jack Parkman?
Jack Parkman.
And he was formerly I forget where they said he played before this, but he is a catcher.
Atlanta or something? I don't remember.
I think so. A catcher, power hitter. And we also meet Rube Baker, who is another catcher. So we've been introduced just in spring training to 3 catchers here because Taylor's on the team who we see introduced. We're introduced to Parkman. We're introduced to Rube Baker, who is exactly what his name sounds like. In fact, they hit us with a heater quote right off the bat. Rube is no brains in sight.
He's a hayseed, man. He's just a middle American flyover, meat potatoes. He's the kind of guy that doesn't wear batting gloves.
Yeah,
he's just that dude.
He's the kind of guy that had spaghetti for dinner 5 nights a week and he drank a glass of milk with it. He said, I bet you're wondering how I got the nickname Rube. And Jake hits him with, no, I got a pretty good idea how that happened. Because he's, folks, he's dumb. He's stupid, unfortunately. We get a little bit of conflict starting here with the 3 catchers. Jake Taylor is kind of tasked with helping Rube learn how to throw the ball back to the pitcher, which he can't do, which begs the question, how do you get invited to a professional league spring training if you can't throw the ball back to the catcher?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Unless you're hitting like 475. No, we're not doing it.
Parkman confronts Jake Taylor and says, hey, buddy, I'm going to take your job. So now Taylor's kind of painted as being on the outside looking in, which does end up actually happening. We'll get there. Serrano is a monk now. He's a Buddhist. So he's left the voodoo behind.
Amazing.
It does set up an incredible scene later on in the movie, but he is now a Buddhist monk. Yeah,
instead of just being angry and scary, he's super happy and lovable. And he's just like hugging everybody, telling how great they are and how much he loves life.
Still absolutely jacked out of his gourd in this movie. He's huge.
He's a big guy, man. It's a lot of human.
He's huge. I was actually looking up his filmography to see what else he was in. And yeah, he's plays in a lot of sports movies because he's a pretty imposing fella.
Yeah.
We see Willie Mays Hayes has buffed up now. He wants to be a power guy, which is hilarious because Omar Epps is like way scrawnier than Wesley Snipes. Like,
correct.
It's Blade versus Omar Epps. What are we talking
Who's
about?
A puppy in this movie? I don't even know if he's 21 in this movie.
He looks like he's 10.
Yeah.
They say, this I thought was funny, and just thinking about how the game of baseball is now, they say, you're a leadoff guy. We need you on base, not hitting home runs. Brother, the new wave is your leadoff guy smacking dongs.
Yeah.
Kyle Schwarber's the new wave.
I was going to say, you're leading off with Schwarber because he gets on base and he also just pounds dong.
Like, Lou Brown, wise as he is, he could have been way ahead of the curve on this. But
yeah, he needs to get with the program, man.
We also find out that Rick Vaughn now has strayed away from his fastball, which I think he calls the fastball the Terminator, but he's named all of his pitches. He has the Eliminator, which is a screwball splitter that he can't really throw. And it's kind of the case that the money has gone to his head and he is trying to be a real professional and not be a nut job who just throws gas, but he's a lame now. So we were immediately introduced to all the characters. We're immediately introduced to what is effectively all of their flaws, right? And how they've changed since the first movie sets up all the conflicts. We do have a pretty great scene where Jake Taylor goes with Willie Mays Hayes to go watch his movie that he starred in the off season with Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura as himself is credited as Jesse Ventura
in Black Hammer and White Lightning.
Jake watching this movie just with like a look of disbelief, but it's just a trailer for the movie. Like, he's not actually watching the movie, but watching Jesse Ventura like jump off of a crane and land, and he has python skin cowboy boots.
It's so good. I'll say it. Black Hammer and White Lightning would have been a better movie than Major League 2. It's just true. They have some great lines here. He says, Ventura says something, or Willie Mays Hayes says something along the lines of like, I've killed the most guys. And Jesse Ventura says, but mine are the deadest.
Yeah, but I kill more. Well, mine are the deadest.
It's just.
And then they like toast.
Their guns.
But it's just the gun. It's just like the magazines of the guns.
They high five with guns.
And then they just start laughing. Yeah, it's awesome. I want that movie to be real.
Me too. However, Willie Mays Hayes sprained his knee doing stunts in this movie.
Probably jumping off those big old cranes with Jesse the Bod Man.
So he's infirm because he was jumping off of cranes with Jesse Ventura in the offseason.
But he claims he'll be ready for opening day.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. He kind of is, I guess, or he lies about the injury.
He's still young enough to recover, as he has aged backwards in the 5 years since Major League One.
They now try to set up Parkman as like just the bruiser, the kind of brooding bruiser, power hitting catcher. And I paused the movie when I saw this and texted you immediately. Parkman's swing is
so bad,
without a doubt,
the
worst swing that we've seen in any movie that we've watched so far.
It's embarrassing. It's really bad. It looks like it hurts.
He swings the bat, and it's supposed to be that he hits home runs. There's no way. I mean, it just looks like
a elbow in there. A lot of like a loud elbow.
It looks like a guy that never even played Little League.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It's terrible. But I will say, he is rocking one of my favorite looks that any ball player can rock, which is black cleats, black batting gloves.
Yep.
Fire.
Yep.
Fire. Like that early mid 90s, just like everybody rocking black cleats, black BGs, man.
Frank Thomas.
Fire. Frank Thomas.
So good. But Frank Thomas also played on a team that had black in the uniform. Guys that didn't have black in the uniform looked sick.
So sick.
Carlos Baerga used to do that.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
We get introduced to her when Rube is mad. He doesn't curse at all.
No.
He just uses a string of hilariously Southern / Midwest.
He does say crime and Nitley at one point. When's the last time you heard that? Like, that is some foghorn, leghorn ass cursing.
He says, "Oh, brother, I couldn't hit Satan if I fell off a camel. I'm buzzard bait. I'm cooked." He has.
They're gonna send me back to Omaha.
He goes, "I'm not even from there."
I do like whenever Parkman is rocking the black batting gloves, black cleats. Whenever he's shit talking Vaughn, and what is Vaughn like? If you get a hold of it, you can name it, and then he just hits like a 450 million foot home run, and as he's rounding second, just goes, "What you call the masturbator?"
He has the eliminator, the terminator,
the humiliator, and now the masturbator.
That
line came out of left field. I was laughing so hard I had to rewind it.
It is funny. There's that is the one kind of silver lining of this movie is like when you're finding the hay in the needle stack, you know? It's like every once in a while you find a nice little hidden gem here. We go to the first game now. Say this. The AL umpire hat is so sick. I need one of those ASAP. I don't know if I could get one, but I need one of those.
I bet we can find some.
We find out that Rube loves to read Playboy, but like actually read the articles. And Jake Taylor says, you know, when you're throwing the ball back to the pitcher, what are you thinking about? He's like, well, I'm thinking about how I don't want to miss. I think about how I don't want to overthrow him. I'm thinking about, you know, X, Y, and Z. He goes, well, when you're hitting, what are you thinking about? He's like, well, I'm not thinking at all.
Yeah, like whenever you make a play to like whenever you throw a runner out at second, what are you thinking? Nothing. It's like, well, then what do you think we should do? Have the pitcher throw from second? Like, not maybe clear your mind, stop beating yourself up over nothing. No, his solution was to move the pitcher back.
Rube is as advertised. But the solution here.
Listen, the solution is pornography.
The solution is pornography.
And my question is this: when is it not? I honestly can't think of anything.
I think there are probably times, but for Rube Baker, the solution is pornography.
He should be able to read a little porn at work.
Man, I got coworkers that listen to this. All right,
you can't. You're not a catcher.
Oh boy! All right, we're just gonna detour on that one.
That's whatever. I do like the one line coming up about because Willie's still trying to dog home runs, and Coach Duke, a new character who's actually an old character from the last one. It's Steve Yeager, the guy who was the consultant, is now like a coach in this. And he goes, "Oh, Willie's really got some power." Yeah, after a guy who's going to be bagging groceries.
Off a guy who's going to be bagging groceries in a week. Yeah. It's a home run in spring training. The solution for Rube, like we were talking about, we skipped actually what it was. He talks out loud to himself and reads out loud the interests of the Playboy bunnies.
Yeah,
Susie likes to water ski and
all the facts about the Playmates. Yeah.
And all the hitters are like, buddy, what are you doing? Which, like, usually the pitchers are the crazy psychos, not the catchers.
Right. I don't know a single pitcher that's like a normal guy. I don't know a single pitcher that's just like fine.
So the spring training games kind of expose all of the issues with the team, except for Parkman. Parkman's a dog. He hits nukes. He smokes cigs in the dugout. He's just he's what Rick Vaughn was. Just a super cool guy.
Yeah, he's been living that Rick Vaughn lifestyle.
But Jake Taylor's old. Rick Vaughn sucks now. Pedro Serrano, he's too nice. He's too nice. He doesn't have that edge anymore. And they got whooped. And in fact, we learned that they didn't. I don't think they won it. They were 3-23 or something.
Yeah, he won 3 games in all of spring training.
Not good.
Not good.
And there's a discussion that Jake Taylor is having with Rube about what happens if he get cut. What happens if he has to go back to the minors. Rube hits us with a great one here. He says, well, my mom always said that it's better to eat shit than to not eat at all. Which, that's crazy for your mom to say that.
That's just good advice, man. Listen, in middle America, things are just different. They're just salt of the earth people.
Times are tough out there, man. And this is when we find out that the team's not going to carry 3 catchers. Right, Lou Brown asks Jake Taylor to be a coach, and he has a bit of a blow up about it. He goes home. We see Lynn for approximately 30 seconds in this movie.
This is her only scene, but they are still together, so that worked out. Good for them.
He says, well, I could go work in this investment firm. There's a car dealership or whatever. And Lynn goes, come on. We know what you want to do. And then he immediately returns and says, all right, I'll be the coach.
He goes to Lou Brown's. You think it's like a hotel room? Maybe
it looks like a hotel room.
Yeah, and Lou opens the door, and they don't exchange any words. He's like, "I'll tell Doran you came begging for your job back."
You do a pretty good Lou Brown.
I love Lou Brown. It's because I smoke cigarettes.
That's it. I was like, God, this guy's so cool. Should I start smoking cigs?
It worked for Berkman.
It's true.
It did. And that's how you know he's a bad guy. He wears a leather jacket and he smokes cigs.
Yeah. God. All right. I know what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to cut the sleeves off my leather jacket and buy a pack of cigarettes.
I hope you like being a cool guy.
I am.
Things are about to look way up for you, cuz.
I'm going to join what we find out in the next scene is an inner city youth group, which Rick Vaughn calls a gang. Which that's one of the funnier lines. So we find out Rick Vaughn has this new girlfriend who is, big in the advertising game. So she's trying to shoehorn him into all these advertising deals. They just blatantly rip off General Mills and call the company General's Cereals, which
General
is
Cereals.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And she has him booked to meet an inner city youth group. And he goes, an inner city youth group? You mean a gang? I would know. I was in one. Great line. But then he finds out that his ex-girlfriend, who we never met, the entirety of their relationship takes place between the first and second movie, is the teacher that teaches all of these inner city youths. And they have a bit of a moment where they, in their own minds, reminisce about what used to be. And it's a little bit of an awkward moment at the airport.
Yeah, you just get off a plane directly into a photo shoot, like a photo op for like at-risk teens.
Also, is the photographer somebody? I wrote it down and circled it, but I forgot to look it up. I think the photographer is like a famous sports photographer.
Oh, I don't know.
I gotta look that up. There is a Pittsburgh shout out in this scene. In the background, over the intercom, they say Flight 427 with service to Pittsburgh, and it's very prominent. And I was like, anytime you hear the city, you gotta write that down.
It's always nice. Do you remember what happened to Flight 427?
Is that a real flight?
It was a very famous Western Pennsylvania plane crash.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, bro, that one came out of the subconscious, man. I didn't even do that on purpose.
Yeah, a very famous plane crash.
Yeah, no idea. I mean, there's a couple other ones I could have said that would have been a little bit more famous than that one, but I tried
slightly more famous. Yeah,
I tried to steer clear of those. I'm no Noah Hiles or Alex Stumpf. We knew what flight they would.
That joke would have gone different if Noah Hiles was on that plane.
That's true. That is true. We have a scene where this scene is ridiculous, where Rick Vaughn is on Jay Leno.
Yeah, we get another Leno appearance. I think that's what, the third Leno we get.
It's at least he was in Mr. 3000.
I thought he was like on in one of the movies, but he
might have been.
They weren't on it, but he was in it, like talking about something that happened.
We have he talks about how he stole a car and drove it through 4 states, and we have a really interesting story about how he got out of that because his cousin dates a judge, which in today's day and age, that joke may be a bit distasteful, but
just a scooch.
You should watch the movie.
He's also the one thing that I don't think we mentioned about his new girlfriend, Flannery, his agent.
Yes.
And listen, don't do that.
No, it's a conflict of interest. It's just bad behavior.
Correct.
Bad behavior.
Just don't do that. Don't do that.
She's also mean.
Yeah, she's like kind of mean.
But, she's lining him up all these deals. So he's doing all these TV spots, but he doesn't know how to do it. And it just comes across as very awkward. I mean, he is lost on Leno. Big time.
It's because he's a dweeb now. If he was still a cool guy, he would have been fine.
Yeah, he's a loser. Now we get to the games, and the fellas are going to put it together because they put it together last year. They're going to put it together this year.
Right. I mean, they made it the ALCS, and they brought back largely the same core.
Yeah.
No more Harris, which is weird.
Yeah, they replaced him with our boy Shoop.
Yeah, who's like kind of the same guy. It's just an older pitcher, but he doesn't have any jokes.
Yeah, he's just nameless gray face, as Omar Epps once said.
I was gonna say, wasn't it Omar Epps?
Euchre's back. He stopped drinking because the team is good, apparently.
Yeah, he's drinking water.
Monty, what's his name, is back, who's his partner. And we have he says that Roger Dorn is now the owner and general manager, which eliminates a huge hole at third base, which is awesome. Love that joke. That one's great. And then
I do like that the owner's box is always like brass rails and like gilded furnishings and mahogany. That's always funny to me.
It is good. It looks like a freaking TGI Fridays, dude.
Like if Julius Caesar watched the Gladiators from a TGI Fridays.
We have an incredible. This is one of the best jokes of the movie, in my opinion. It's Dorn feeling super accomplished for purchasing the team. He's watching the opening day game. He has a butler standing next to him, and he just looks at him and he goes, "You ever have that feeling you were just destined for greatness?" It's so good. It's just so funny. And I think that they did it too soon. That's one of the best jokes in the whole movie.
It's incredible.
We have
Dorn's a lot more slapsticky in this movie, and it's kind of a bummer. Like he's a little more like cartoonish in this movie because like in the last one he was a dick, but yeah, you kind of understood. In this one, he's just like a goofball that's inept.
He loses.
Like Raj Dorn's clearly not stupid. Like he was like a shrewd investor and had himself positioned well for life after baseball. He was good with money, and now he's bad with money and is very stupid. And I think he's divorced.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rick Vaughn doing some party action with his wife just ruined his whole life.
It blew his whole life to smithereens. And it does go anathema to what Dallas said last time with Rick Vaughn sleeping with his wife may have saved his marriage. Turns out, probably not.
Turns out he's really, I mean, he's on the verge of bankruptcy. He's doing bad.
He's doing bad. It's rock bottom. He's impulse buying baseball teams. It's just none of this is good.
It's not good. We have Euchre saying dynamite drop in Monty as his broadcast partner cannot do anything correctly, which is a callback from the first movie. Mm-hmm. But Vaughn starts to do pretty good in the first game. He has 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches, but then things
an immaculate inning, man.
An immaculate inning. They get your hopes up a little bit here. You're like, well, maybe they're putting it together. And immediately we find out that they do not. Willie Mays Hayes has a little warning track power, not enough
shot. Gives it to Jake Taylor.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
he does it twice.
And then Rube doesn't understand what he's doing. Does he know somebody out there?
Know somebody in the left field bleachers? Warning track power. Need a couple extra Wheaties in the bowl. Vaughn is getting beat up now. He lets up just an absolute tank. Euchre with a great call. He's going to need a rocket up his ass to catch this one. Amazing. Euchre's the best part of this movie.
I have beef with it at one point, but we'll cover that.
Okay.
We'll cover that.
Okay.
I don't think you're wrong, but I do have beef with it.
Another warning track shot for Willie Mays Hayes. Thankfully, somebody's here to play ball, and that's Parkman, who's been nicknamed New Jack City. Fire nickname. Fire nickname. Serrano hits a line drive to the outfield, which hits a bird, and he runs to the outfield to take care of this bird that is on the ground, and he gets tagged out while doing it. He's just completely lost his way.
The bird survives. Euchre calls it a rat with wings.
And as soon as all of this tomfoolery is going on, it hasn't even been a full game. Euchre's cracking a brewski. He's back to his old ways because the team sucks again.
The amount that Bob Euchre is imbibing is the barometer for roughly where the team is in the standings.
And there's a scene where he's just absolutely dogged. He's torched. Dorn he's completely lost the plot here. And this is where the movie itself, I think, starts to just go off the rails as well. Up until this point, you're like, okay, there's a lot of weird stuff happening and they haven't set it up in the best way, but like it's salvageable. From this point on, the pacing just goes off the rails, I think. It could be better. Vaughn goes to get his car valeted. He talks to the valet. Valet says, "Hey, I thought you were starting tonight." And Vaughn goes, "I did. I got pulled." Elway hits him with, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't turn it on until the second inning." Great one. We see Vaughn's digs. We see Vaughn's apartment. It looks like the 80s threw up.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of neon. There's a lot of colors.
A lot of mirrors.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's how you know he's just not a good guy.
There's a tiger statue, which is sick, though. Here is where we have the great commercial that he's been asked to do, which is a commercial for right guard deodorant, and it's a croquet scene where he has on a sweater vest and he's high class, wearing all white, playing croquet, and he doesn't know how to say any of the words in the commercial.
What were the words he was supposed to say? Odoriferous olfactory emanations, right?
Yes. Yeah. And he gets it wrong 100 times.
It's spectacular, man. There's so many.
Odorificus, like an ancient Roman.
Infamy, emancipations.
That is one
cut after cut after cut, and it's just he is just bricking it. And I don't know how he doesn't laugh, because those lines are incredibly funny. It's a lowbrow. It's the lowest common denominator joke, which is kind of, you'll see that more and more as this movie goes on.
It's very good.
But the way he delivers it without a shred of humor or shame for that, he's just kind of blasting through these lines, is hilarious. It's truly, truly funny.
It's one of the best parts.
Yes.
We find out Dorn sells out because he has not enough money to pay the payroll. So he slaps ad space all over the park.
Yep. We get a bail bonds ad, which is a nice little nod.
We get a bit. There's also a proctologist.
I really like the proctology one. The proctology one is very funny.
And at one point, Bob Uecker makes reference to an ad for Trojan, and there's a missed catch that he says that one's going to get the Trojan Ends boner of the week, which is hilarious. We see the grounds crew again, and they say they're back to being shitty. Back to being shitty.
God bless the grounds crew, man.
God bless them. We have another one. If that's not Shaquille O'Neal on left, that one's out of here. Bob Uecker is just on a heater in the beginning of this movie. And Vaughn gets put in the bullpen.
Yeah, we get a shitty baseball montage that culminates with that.
Which, again, every baseball movie has a bad at baseball montage and a good at baseball montage. And you never want to see the guys who were on the winning end of the good at baseball montage in the last movie now be on the bad end of the bad at baseball montage in the sequel.
Yeah, he's having an existential crisis, and now they're booting him out into center field.
So he does what you need to do, which is go to the shrink. So he's in his therapist's office the next day. He's just trying to talk about what's going on in his mind. His therapist is giving him ball advice.
Hilarious. Yeah, he's just absolutely just destroying him for that. I'm like, what are you doing throwing him fastballs? Whatever you know is swinging a curveball in the dirt.
0-2. Which is so good.
The therapist being upset about his performance. Spectacular joke. Spectacular.
Very good joke. You know he was chasing those in the dirt 0-2. Yeah, very good.
It goes from like the tell me about your mother into him just being mad at him.
Yeah, this all started when you stole that car, you wanted to get caught, right? There was some underlying, and then he's just like, dude, you suck at ball now. Your pick selection is off.
Yeah, I'm losing my ass on FanDuel. Oh wait, this movie's in 1994, not 2024.
His shrink had Dorn selling the team back to Phelps on Calci. We're taking an aside here. I'll say it. If we ever have to do Calci ad reads, I'm gonna make it an absolute mockery. An absolute mockery.
How it's man, like that's when that folds here shortly, it's going to be so bad.
Bro,
It's the worst idea I've ever heard.
Somebody had the U.S. invades Greenland and launches a military action in Iran parlay, bro. We are cooked as a society.
Oh, we're so cooked. So good. On Kalshi, you can bet on whether or not Jesus will be back this year.
Oh, all right. Never mind. I'm putting the house on that.
Right. Yeah, if you want the infinite money glitch, I found it. It's on Kalshi.
Yeah, if we have to start doing Kalshi ad reads, I'm gonna make it a mockery. That's for sure.
Brother, if we're doing Kalshi ad reads, this is already a mockery.
You know what else is a mockery? How Roger Dorn is running this team, damn it. Because he's had Parkman for about a week and he already trades his ass to Chicago. The pacing in the movie, it goes from 0 to 1 million.
I have no idea what point in the season this is. At least in the other one, they were kind of giving you the records so you could gauge it. I would assume we're what? A month and a half? Maybe?
Barely into the season.
Yeah.
Parkman gets shipped off to Chicago because Dorn does not have enough money for this team and they suck the way it is. So Parkman gets shipped off. We find
out when Lou goes to bitch about Parkman's performance because he was like blowing through signs and stuff. And he was like, save it, old man. Like, I just was like, your biggest gun just got traded to the White Sox. Yeah. And like, how are you going to trade to the division rival? Like at that point, like the only good player in the team. How are you going to trade to the White Sox? Roger Dorn is a terrible general manager.
Awful.
He gets a sweet return, though.
In return, we get Tanaka from the Tokyo Giants.
Yeah, he played for the Giants. San Francisco Giants?
Not those ones. So we get introduced to Tanaka, who is potentially problematically a caricature. However,
I don't. Maybe that's it. Might be a stretch. He's just kind of insane. He yells a lot, which is
you get introduced to him, and he's just a samurai when you first meet him.
Yeah, he's screaming, and then he knocks himself out cold during a game, and Harry Doyle says, like, "Oh, for the second time this week."
But he is the man. And they win it.
And then in the clubhouse, he's a samurai. He has a sword on his hip. He's a samurai.
He is a samurai.
He follows the warrior ethos.
And his main goal in this movie is to be the antagonist to Pedro Serrano, who he sees as the Buddhist stuff. That's just not his wave at all.
No.
He says his Buddhist master, a bullshitter. He goes, you need to be a warrior if you're a ball player. He's the only guy on the whole team that has a halfway decent attitude.
I agree 100%. He's the only guy that's actually worried about winning baseball games.
And in fact, when they get him, they win a game.
Yeah, sure
They win a game. And that's when we get one of the most famous quotes of any baseball movie as well, back to back, from Lou Brown here. We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row. If we win another one tomorrow, that's called the winning streak. It has happened before. Lovely.
It's so good. We use that fairly more often than I would really like to use that at ball games. That's a frequent quote up on the old Tunda.
Up on the Tundi?
Up on the Tundi, bro.
Yeah, I was watching that and I was like, man, I am embarrassed at how many times we've had to say that.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. We also find out at the end of this sequence that Dorn even though Dorn just shipped off the best player on the team, in the span of 5 minutes in the movie, he also sells the team back to Phelps and gets installed as the general manager. So his experiment as an owner lasted about a month. In that month, he decided to not keep Jake Taylor and make him a coach and trade the best player on the team. Then he sells the team at a $40 million loss and becomes the general manager, which he was already doing anyway.
He also moved their best pitcher to the bullpen.
And covered the entire field in terrible advertising.
Condom ads. There's a repo ad. What, the proctologist? They're all just bad. They're very bad.
Just one of the
There was
worst.
one for Play It Against Sports, which is like a real one that was already there.
That's it.
Does that still exist? Play It Against Sports?
It does.
It?
I just saw one the other day somewhere, and it blew me away. I can't even. There's one in Pittsburgh.
Get out of here! Oh my god, yeah. I'm going tomorrow. Maybe I'll go before work. I don't care where it is.
There's one in Pittsburgh, which I totally forgot about until right now. I just brought it up the other day. I'm like, I just saw one. I didn't know they existed. I need to go. I want to go badly.
That might rekindle my my career as a goalie.
Let's go,
dude.
And I mean, now Lou Brown has one of the best quotes. I know you mentioned this specifically. It's one of your favorites. I'm going to let you deliver this one here. This is a great one here.
I don't remember which Lou Brown one this is. This is where he is freaking out. Phelps buys the team back because they all suck ass. And he's yelling about everybody making excuses. He does use like, that's all you guys do good, which is very funny. It's, you have a sore knee or sore back or you're having a heart attack. And it's Jake Taylor's like, who used the heart attack? Me. And he just collapses in a heap on the ground. So Lou Brown does have a heart attack because the team is that bad. And probably because the only thing he eats is cigarettes.
He just smokes it to the filter and then chomps it down.
He just eats it. He doesn't even light them anymore. He just chews on them.
We watched Lou Brown have a heart attack in the locker room, in the clubhouse.
He has a heart attack in the locker. He survives the heart attack.
But Jake Taylor is now installed as the manager. So Taylor's the manager. Dorn is the general manager.
And Dorn now inserts himself back in the lineup.
He activates himself. He goes, I want to play. Taylor's like, buddy, you suck. You're bad. And Phelps is back as the owner. So she is also surrounded by like high fashion goons. Did you notice those? They're always wearing like weird avant-garde. It's like German high fashion clothing. It's like,
and they just stand there. They don't talk. She just has like goons.
Grabbed two guys from like Rick Owens' spring 1994. It's like the goons from Austin Powers. It's ridiculous. Now is this where we have the double header? I believe this is where we have the double header.
Yeah, it's a double header.
Dorn comes back. He wants to play. He's not playing.
And this is when Harry Doyle is now in the full-blown throes of alcoholism.
Oh, big time. I mean, he is putting down a lot of jack. A lot.
In game one, he does pass out and just kind of throws it to Monty.
And Monty has no idea what's going on.
Monty's really, really nervous. Harry just passes out, falls asleep.
Monty's calling the game. He goes, there's a fly ball and it's caught. He's just terrible at his job.
Just visibly sweaty.
We do have Tanaka antagonizing Serrano into being a good player. He tells him that he lacks fortitude, that he has no marbles.
When he busts out his English, Japanese to English dictionary, and it says he has no marbles.
Got no marbles. We find out that the game has a paltry attendance of 1,412. Brutal.
412 though.
412. I mean, I've been to a couple 6,000ers, but never a 1412.
Buddy, I've been to games with you, and I guarantee there were games where there were 1,400 people, and we were two of them.
Maybe by the end, but not in the first inning.
Man, yeah, I was gonna first inning stuff. There was one game last year where it was snowing, like on a Wednesday afternoon. There couldn't have been more. I wasn't at that game. I was on my way to work, but there couldn't have been more than 400 people at that game. Couldn't have been.
Yeah, there was like a 10-degree game last year that I think
Yeah,
that they had.
it was interleague play on a getaway game with the worst weather imaginable. And
Real,
I'm sure the talking heads on the radio are like, the Pirates can't draw. Like, oh my god,
you got to be a real sicko to go to one of those. Real sicko.
that's bad behavior.
That is bad behavior. Hayes and Vaughn start to fight because they're both aggro dudes. Vaughn sucks now. He won't go to the bullpen because there's no one here and they're already getting murderized. They get into a physical altercation. The whole team starts fighting now, and it spills over onto the field. And the umpire throws the whole entire team.
Yeah, it's the umpiring crew and the manager. I don't remember who they're playing. It might be the White Sox.
I don't remember.
They play the White Sox a lot, but it's they're all standing there. He's like, "What are you gonna do?" He goes, I think I throw them out. All of them.
So they lose the first game because the whole team gets thrown out of the game. They're in the dugout. They have a real come to Jesus moment where Rube, who is hurt, his ankle just gets obliterated by a fastball. And he gives him the old love of the game speech. Like, you guys don't want to go out and finish, but like, this is my dream to play in the pros. Like, you guys get to go play a game for a living. Get over yourselves. You guys are all losers. Figure it out. I'm from a cornfield. I'm in the big city now. So let's make it happen.
This is more talk to a little kid says this is the most grass he's ever seen in his life. But yeah, Rube's a glue guy, man.
He shows some real character here. So they get back out there for the second game, and it works. The speech worked. Bob Uecker says, up to bat is Rube Baker. He's 0 for, I don't know. Who cares?
Who cares?
But then he gets a hit, legs it out on an absolutely shattered ankle.
Yeah, on a flat tire. Good for him, man.
Hayes gets up to bat. He goes, I went to see his movie, but it was only out for 2.5 hours, which is just so good.
It does turn out that Black Hammer White Lightning is terrible because the rest of the movie is basically nothing but jokes about that at his expense.
He gets walked. I think it is the White Sox. I remember Parkman being the catcher. It is Parkman being the catcher, I think.
Okay.
He gets walked. He steals second, steals third, steals home. Serrano's up to bat. They need 1 run to win. The game is tied. Tanaka says he hits him with the marbles. You got no marbles. It's always accompanied by the gesture. And Serrano hits an absolute nuke to win the game. So it's taken some lifeblood from the farm boy, grass-fed Rube, and
that's what you need.
Tanaka telling Serrano that he's a dweeb with no marbles.
What does he say? He can be a Buddhist on the outside and a warrior on the inside. He's trying to get him to be mean again.
Yeah, which he needs to be.
Correct.
Cut back to Vaughn's apartment, and Flannery, good old Flan, thinks that he's at therapy, talking to the shrink, getting the inside scoop on what he should be throwing 0-2. But in fact, his therapist is out of town. She's on the phone telling old buddy that she's over Vaughn because he's a loser and he sucks at baseball.
He sucks now, and she's using his ERA,
which is in the 6s.
Yeah, that's
not
good. She doesn't know ball. If he was really bad, she'd be talking about his whip and his FIP.
That's true. Dude, you imagine if she's like, well, his fielding independent pitching is not where it was last season.
It's well below league average.
So they have a bit of a breakup here. The next game,
take a hike, Toots.
The next game, Rube tries to soften the blow by telling by telling Rick Vaughn that he got kicked in the balls by a mule one time. And then shortly after that, while he was really physically in pain, he found out that his mother died. And that's the whole story.
Yeah. And it's like, then my balls didn't hurt so bad.
That part
great, man.
killed me. That part, it killed me.
Like, Rube is just such a good, like an inherently good person. But he's not stupid, but he's incredibly dumb. Yeah,
he's a bless your heart guy.
Yeah, he's got that like Patrick Starr kind of thing going on.
Yeah, exactly. Vaughn comes crawling back to Nikki now. Comes crawling back to the teacher of the inner city youths. Bad guy.
Not a good guy.
That's some shit Future would do. And if at any point in time you ask yourself, would Future do this? And the answer is yes.
Do something else. That. Yeah, do a different thing.
Can't be doing that. They go out for pizza. We learned that Nikki watches all the games. And Vaughn references the home run he just let up. And Nikki goes, that wouldn't have been out in a lot of ballparks. Vaughn says, yeah, name one. And she delivers the line of the movie. She says, Yellowstone. Line of the movie.
Heater, man. Heater.
Then he finds a motorcycle. They go out for a motorcycle ride, and you're like, he's turning a tide here. He's starting to be a badass again. They're riding a Harley. He's doing a wheelie. The shameless stunt.
He does do a wheelie on a Harley, which anybody out here that has ever had any experience in motorcycles, incredibly challenging.
His stunt double has it. The hair is so much longer than than Rick Vaughn's is. It's really noticeable. It's very noticeable. We cut back to the next game, and this is one of my favorite scenes. Is now in Serrano's locker. We reintroduced Joe.
Say somebody comes back, man. We get a call back to the first
Buddha,
movie.
Jobu, Buddha. Now he's meshing the two. He's got the Buddha. He's got the voodoo. He's got it all going. The rum is back. He's vibing now. Now we got a team is good montage. So we're back in a winning way here. Two cool as hell things happen in this team winning montage. There's I forget if it's I think it was a bunt that caught a little air. Yeah. Vaughn charges it, catches it. Rube's also charging it. Vaughn flips it to Rube, who throws it to first to get the double play.
Barehands it.
Flips
it with his glove. He barehands it and rifles it to first and gets the runner. It is sick.
So sick. Pause the movie there. Watched it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
it's fire. Right after that, we referenced in the last episode from the first movie, there's a scene where 2 players on the Indians are running right behind one another, and they both score at practically the same time, and the catcher just does a little whirly-do and misses them both. Completely gets sauced up on skates, misses them both. In this montage, another team tries to do that, not getting by Rube. He gets them both out.
Yep.
Rube timed it up. So that's a cool little callback.
This is when Tanaka goes head first into the wall again. And he just keeps knocking himself out and dropping the ball. And it runs into, it's a plaque of a retired player. I don't remember which one it was. But it just lands on him. And it was like, oh no, where's the ball? And he just punches the ball through it, just holding it up.
Through the plaque.
Which is for some reason just like a plywood plaque on the outfield wall, which I don't think is the thing that they would do for a number of reasons.
Certainly not. His character is outrageous, and I love him so much.
He is my favorite character in this movie.
He's a character that fits in the first major league And then he's like
Yeah,
the only
you could
saving
have a
grace.
Tanaka in there.
He's the only saving grace of this major league, I think. We have a little bit of a transition scene here as well. Flannery is back now that the team is doing good. That's
Funny how
bad
that
behavior.
works. Funny how
That's
that
bad
works.
behavior.
Gross.
That is gross. They need to win this game to get the divisional title and go back to the ALCS, which is where the point in the season that we are at now. We have Randy Quaid in the outfield, who has throughout the movie been kind of ad-libbing on the Wild Thing song. Hits him with two heaters here. Calls him the mild thing and the vile thing.
Yeah. He's all in his head. Like, he is destroying Rick Vaughn's psyche even further. And he does have one of the all-time lines in this movie. And it's, so Vaughn gets lifted because he won't, like, he basically takes himself out of the game. He won't close it out because he can hear Randy Quaid rather.
It would be so much funnier
It'd
if he
be
said
funny.
Randy Newman.
I'm gonna write a song about the mild thing, all a Randy Newman. He goes, "You got no heart, and forget genitalia. You're a gelding, Vaughn." He's like dragged back into his seat by his friends. And forget genitalia.
You're a gelding.
That might be my favorite line of the movie, but it's just destroying Rick Vaughn's life. And he's spooked. You know, he's too, what does he call himself? Like, wholesome and clean cut. And he's still trying to lean into this. Like, you were the mild thing. You the wild thing, the mild thing. Amazing. You make my butt sting.
Yeah.
Says to him. All of these are good.
They do end up winning this game. No thanks to Rick.
Thanks largely to Tanaka and his thrilling heroics in the outfield.
He scales the wall and makes the catch standing on top of the wall, which is that allowed?
I looked it up and it seems like not really. It seems like kinda.
Like, it seems like it probably isn't allowed.
It's unclear from what I have seen, but I don't see any umpiring crew in the business letting you get away with that.
No way. I mean,
I just don't
like
see it.
in the stands.
Yeah, he's just standing on top of the wall.
Like, it's not like
he is just standing right on top of the wall, just yelling.
Yeah. It looks sick though. It looks.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Also, he must be have an insane read on that ball because it doesn't take a baseball a real long time to get to the outfield wall. I don't care how hard you hit it.
Oh, as soon as he turns, he has to be like, "I'm standing on top of the wall."
Yes. So
Insane
this guy is crazy good.
Yeah, insane instincts. After the game, Rick goes to see the inner city youth group, but he has a prior engagement with General Cereals. So he stops by to see the kids for approximately 3 seconds, gives them a box of baseballs that are signed, and then leaves, to which Nikki takes some serious exception to, because one, she knows that Flannery invited him to the General Cereals promotional event, and two, she thought he was down for the cause because that's where he was as a youth, as a lad, in trouble.
And the kids were all really excited about it, and then he's just like, "Here's some baseballs. Smell you later." And the Frankie, the one the main kid, calls him a puke head.
Puke head.
What a puke
Which
head.
is, I'm bringing that back.
I'm down with it. We got a lot of material that we can yell at people from this movie.
Oh, 100%. Pukehead is great.
Big Pukehead fan.
So he's going into the playoffs with not the right mindset. He's a loser. Now he doesn't have any girlfriends at all.
Yeah.
He had one. He immediately had another one. Now he has none.
And then he had two at the same time, kind of. And now he has none.
None girlfriends for Rick Vaughn.
They
Not
gone.
good.
They gone.
But the rest of the fellas are still balling. The rest of the fellas still haven't put it together. They get a little suicide squeeze action, and Hayes scores. There's a diving catch in the outfield. Rube hits a dong. All of these are wins for
Rube's
the Indians.
pretty nice at ball.
Rube is nice at ball.
Like Parkman's not the biggest loss because he slotted in pretty well.
Yeah, he's like a very capable hitter. And he throwing to second is a dog.
Yeah.
He's good. So,
yeah, he racks up a bunch of RBIs in this movie. Glue guy in the clubhouse. He plays a lot of Go Fish. You can see him playing Go Fish. A lot of
that's a Rube game.
Which
if I've ever seen
yes.
And they're up 3-0 on the White Sox in the ALCS. But now Parkman hits back-to-back home runs. Rube overthrows second. There's another montage of them losing games. Now we're tied 3-3.
Well,
Winner take all.
It's because Rachel was in the clubhouse and she was cheering them on, but she was also like, it was a lot of reverse psychology and getting in their heads. And I tell like Willie Mays Hayes, like I hope you can put that 1 for 18 performance last season behind you. And like, Rick, you were our best pitcher last year, and like don't think about that demotion to the bullpen earlier in the season and losing all that velocity. Like, I still believe in you. And you can just see it, it's just ruining all the guys. And she does sabotage their miracle playoff run. The one that put Lou in the hospital, who is currently in the hospital awaiting his heart bypass, and he's not allowed to watch the games. So he smuggles in a radio with an earbud, and it's him watching the games while watching like British television. It's just like PBS, but it's him just cheering on the games through the earpiece, and it's tremendous.
I love this British stuff. Taylor now, before Game 7, confronts Vaughn and basically says, hey, dude, you're being a whole ass bitch. Like, you used to be cool and now you suck and you're a loser and everyone hates you. So get it together. Stop trying to be this like squeaky clean, straight and narrow guy. Like, go be the wild thing. Nobody likes this version of you. Like, figure it out or don't come back at all.
Yeah, he had some of the like you need that one thing that makes you a ball player, and you had that once, Rick. And then he leaves on that line, and like, man, what a slap in the face! And Rick keeps calling him an asshole over and over again. And it puts on his well-appointed, shoulder-padded 1990s gray suit, and he's just kind of looking in the mirror, trying to find himself.
It is pretty funny.
Before Parkman, I made a note and I forgot because I wrote it over in the margins. Before Parkman absolutely rocks that the 2-run homer, Vaughn won't throw him his fastball, and everybody knows it. And it's like going down the line. Like, Parkman's like, oh, you're like, now you're mine. So it's like, oh, come on, Rick. Like, oh no, he's screwed. And then the fans, and then it's Tanaka, and he just says in Japanese, but it's in subtitle. It just says he's dicked.
He's dicked. I did have that noted down.
He's dicked.
It is the Vaughn is so cooked montage. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's another question I have. Why does Jake always go to everyone's house? Nobody else is like hanging out or going over. He goes to Lou's apartment. He goes to Vaughn's place all the time. He was kind of breaking and entering a little bit with Lynn in the last movie. He just went to Roger Dorn's house. Does he not have a phone?
He goes to Willie Mays Hayes to watch his movie.
Yeah, he goes and hangs
in the
out
first
with
movie. He is in the room with Rick Vaughn and Dorn's wife.
Roger Dorn's wife.
Wait, this guy loves being in anywhere but his own home.
He's just does he have a phone? Is he homeless? Like, does he have a place to live? Like, it's troubling.
There's something bad waiting for him when he goes home.
I can't be back there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe things aren't so good with Lynn.
Dude, that is a great point because he is always everywhere.
He is
else.
constantly in somebody else's place.
It's just
The only place we ever see that's his is whenever he's in Mexico.
He goes to Lynn's apartment when she's no longer living there and it's cleaned out. He goes to Tom's apartment.
Correct.
This guy's in like 9 different apartments in 2 movies.
He's just traveling.
This guy's like the best stalker of all time. He's just
traveling.
That's just this guy should be a door-to-door globe salesman.
I do like
he's visiting Lou in the hospital.
I was gonna say, well, that's a little different. They go into the hospital. That's a good guy behavior.
He's not in his room.
That's true. But this is a little less weird. Like, it's okay. It's not weird for somebody to like go to a hospital. It is weird to just go to everybody's house all the time, like not call them, just show up at their house.
Yeah. Bust in the door, tell them that they're a loser, and then leave immediately.
Yeah, and it just peace.
It pretty much is the same thing that he does with Dorn in the first movie. It's the same thing with Vaughn.
This movie tries to do a lot of the things the first one does, just in a less good way, just like that conversation. But he's trying to get some advice from Lou, who's on bed rest now. And Lou's telling you, like, you gotta focus the team, and what the hell? Don't give him one of those win one for lose speeches. And then it cuts to the clubhouse before Game 7, and he immediately launches into Lou's going under the knife tomorrow. Just saw him. He can barely speak.
Not doing too good.
Yeah, he did say, getting out of consciousness, like, let me taste a little bit of heaven now, in case it's where I'm not going.
Let me get a little taste of heaven now, in case that's where I'm not going.
So what do you say? I say we get out there, we win one for Lou, and it fires up the boys, and it works like a charm. Don't give him one of those win one for Lou speeches. And it's just the next shot is him. Lou's going under the knife tomorrow.
Going under the knife. Doctors say might not make it. It is very good. That's like the most well thought out joke in the movie, outside of just like a one liner here and there. That's
I was gonna say it's a lot of very short jokes.
Yeah. It riles the fellas up for the final game. Bob Uecker calls the White Sox pale hosers from Windy City, who at least aren't Canadian, which is hilarious.
What can you say about these pale hosers from Chicago, except they're not from Canada?
But that speech about Lou was so touching, and it made Serrano care so much about things outside of baseball. He sucks again.
He's terrible.
This speech was so touching that he realized there's more to life than the game, and he's bad now.
Jake knows, like, oh no, like that what have I done kind of moment. Like, it fired up 8 guys in the lineup.
So the fellas are still playing okay. Baker scores. There's a big time issue with Parkman just absolutely laying out Baker at the plate.
Trucks him.
Bad guy behavior.
Bad guy behavior is illegal now. Now, if you do that, they kill you.
If you do that, they
euthanize you like a horse.
They draw and quarter you. Yeah.
Bad. Can't have it.
Yeah. They run you out of town on the rails even. So that is bad guy behavior.
He did not. Rube Baker did not, in fact, get off the tracks when the train was coming through.
He did not.
As he reminds, hey, Seed, welcome to the big leagues.
Now, Hayes gets up and he says, hey, you just trucked my guy. That's not cool. See what happens when I come around third when I'm coming home. So I think he gets on base.
I'm not going to slide.
I'm not going to slide.
And it's sick. Like, it's like him talking shit. Like, I love it.
It's very good.
Glue guy.
He gets on base. And we mentioned this before we started. A huge, huge, huge oversight that I just have a big problem with. There is bases loaded, 2 outs, full count. And Bob Uecker makes the call, which he says, runners will be moving on the pitch. That's true.
That's correct. That's what they should be doing.
That's like the correct procedural baseball thing to do. 2 outs, full count, you're going on the pitch. If it's a walk, you get your base. If it's not, then you're running it regardless. Right? He says that, which is correct. And you see the scene play out from over the shoulder of the runner on second base. And the pitch goes, and then they just don't run.
They don't go.
So you thought enough to put the players in that situation and have Bob Uecker make the call. And then they just don't do it in the scene. How about a second take, Dave? How about a second take, Dave? I just don't understand.
Because it is the right call. It's
so glaring. So glaring.
And he said they'll be going on the pitch. And then the pitch goes, the pitch is delivered, and nobody moves. And it's like, well, what the hell is that about?
It's dumb. But the end of that play results in Hayes rounding third. And we have our showdown.
Steals second, and Baker absolutely rips one into the left field corner. Great piece of hitting from Baker again.
Dog.
And Hayes is rounding second. He's rounding third, and he's coming in, and it's like the slow motion thing again. Omar Epps is very seldom in slow motion because he's much more athletic.
He's actually a fast guy.
That's what Wesley Snipes could not throw, so you don't see him do it, and he's really, really bad at running, so you only see him run in slow motion. But it's that like the building score, like the standoff, you see like the eyes. And
Parkman's stanced up at home, ready to presumably take a truck, and Hayes is busting his ass down the third base line, and he hits him with a little pump fake where he lowers the shoulder, which causes Parkman to lower as well. And then he eases up, dives over top of him as Parkman lowers his shoulder to try to take it and get the tag, maybe if he slides. Cow jumped over the moon. Lands on the plate. Safe.
Didn't that happen in a real game? Was it like last year or something?
I think so.
It might have been. It might have been in the 24 season, but it was like a real stunning moment. Like it was like, do they need to review it for blocking the plate? Who gives a shit? He jumped over him and tagged. Like he scored. It was fine. It was sick. Just let him have it.
I feel like it happens in college like once a season.
It happens in college a lot because college baseball players are unwell.
They're crazy psychos.
They're all completely insane, and I'm a big fan of it. Like they're nuts. Like there's like 30 Zins in there. They're all just dry scoop and like C4. Can't have it. They're unwell.
Heart the size of a dodgeball, just about to just explode out of their chest.
Absolutely slamming blood through.
This is
the throwback to Lou. After he makes that one, Lou has the show is like Miss Elliot or something like that. I did look it up, but it's this like British countryside, kind of like very slow burning, easy watching PBS show, and he's jumping up and down the bed because he's got his radio in. Oh yeah, baby! I love this British stuff.
It's so good.
The nurses are trying to pull him back down into bed. He's got his gown on, his ass is out.
He's standing on the hospital bed, going in for double bypass the next day.
It's in the morning.
Surgeon's gonna be like, "This guy's heart is in tatters.
There's not even anything left.
This guy's heart looks like a college baseball player." So all that good stuff is happening, which is nice. But then Big Bad Parkman comes back up, hits another dong.
Parkman is balling out of his mind in this game.
They quote Parkman as hitting like 918 against Vaughn, which is just insane.
We got Shoop in this one. Shoop is our starting pitcher. Vaughn is still he had pitched. He got rocked in game 4, right? That would have been
Game 6.
6. Yeah,
Yeah. They win despite his performance.
right.
Um,
Or no, they lost game 6 to even the series.
oh, you're right. You're right. So now Taylor has some managerial decisions to make. He pinch hits Dorn because he remembers that the pitcher for the White Sox used to pitch him inside. He goes, just lean into one. Grab a bat and lean into one.
Yeah, get a bat and lean into one.
The sounds that Dorn makes are just hilarious.
He's like real pouty in this part, but they put a batting helmet on him. It has no ear flaps, so it's not his helmet. And they hand him a bat. He goes, it's not my bat. They kick him in the ass to get out. First pitch, wears it inside and just hits him with an oh god. Oh. Just wears one of the ribs. It seems like it would really hurt. Getting hit with the pitch in the bigs. Like I'm not in any particular hurry. I don't even like stand in front of a pitching machine and throw in high 80s.
No, absolutely not. Serrano comes up and Euchre says Serrano's left a small village on the base paths this series. A small village. And he swings and misses the first 2 pitches, and he's like, wow, that's a really nice pitch, which is the telltale sign that he's in Buddha mode, which is not what he wants to be.
Yeah, he keeps complimenting the pitchers as he's just been striking out all day.
But then he looks over in the dugout after he's down 0-2, and they got actual bags of marbles that they're waving.
Parkman's in his trying to get under his skin.
And they
what the hell? What did Parkman calls him something funny?
Parkman does say something. I can't remember exactly.
It's something about the like Kemosabe or something like that. I don't know.
But he looks over the dugout. They got the marbles. It gets him back in the mindset to be a warrior.
Yeah.
And then he hits a 2-run shot.
He shits all over that baseball. He crushes that baseball. And also Haysbert does not use a stunt double whenever he swings. And at least in the first one, because I couldn't find anything here, at least 3 of his hits in the first movie were home runs. So my man is a beast with a bat.
He's a masher.
Yeah. And he absolutely crushed that pitch. He goes, that last pitch, man, that was beautiful. Just so that he can get another fastball. And he throws him another fastball. And also, everybody knows Pedro Serrano struggles against curveball. How are you going to feed him 3 straight fastballs? How are you going to feed him 3 number 1s?
Poor scouting.
And Berkman played with him. He knows that's his soft spot. The breaking ball is his soft spot.
Poor scouting. So they are up 6-5 now after this home run.
Look at the scoreboard now, grasshopper.
And Shoop has 2 outs, but there is a runner on first and second. Shoop's done. So they call in Rick Vaughn.
Yeah, he walks the go ahead, right? Or no, he walks the go ahead run at first.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
it cuts to Euchre talking about it, and Monty is like hyperventilating into a paper bag. Is that a real thing, or do they just do that in movies?
Was just thinking about that. I have no idea. It doesn't seem like I've never gone to the doctor and then been like, well, have you tried breathing into a paper bag?
Yeah, have you just tried getting a paper bag? Like, no, I have not tried getting a paper bag. You see it a lot. Like, it was big in sitcoms for a long time. Cartoons in like the 60s had a lot of that.
I just remember like Hey Arnold.
It's a funny bit, but
yeah.
I don't know. Is that real? People do that?
I gotta look into that. I'm
gonna
do some research into that.
If anybody is listening that is a physician, please let us know if that is real.
Leave a comment about the paper bag technique.
Inquiring minds want to know.
So Rick Vaughn comes back in.
Hey, give me Vaughn. You mean Rick Vaughn?
But little does everybody in the park know that Rick Vaughn is done with his square ways. He got the haircut.
It's like, dude, it's goosebumps.
It is super duper badass.
It is goosebumps because you hear like the reverb, from an amp as the bullpen door swings open, and he's got the vest on, and then it's over his shoulder, and he's got the haircut, and the girl in the booth, oh my god, it's him! And it runs and just grabs, like going through the tapes on the rack, and just slams it in and starts blasting Wild Thing.
It's so sick.
Chills, dude.
Like
Chills.
you know it's coming, but it's so sick.
Yeah.
And then Randy Quaid hits him with it's the Wild Thing. Give him the cheese, the Roquefort rocket, the brie bullet, the Parmesan
pellets. Rage, not that goddamn song again. But dude, the crowd is absolutely electric.
Juice.
It's, if I was there, I would be next to Lou in the hospital, waiting to get open heart surgery the next morning.
I'd be loving.
I would
this
just
British
explode.
Stuff. I'd be loving this British stuff. And then we find out that he wants to make one of the worst baseball decisions that you could ever possibly make.
It's the most insane thing you could possibly do in this moment.
So, reminder where we are. Indians are up 6-5. There's 2 outs. Runner on first and second. The guy batting is some random no-name scrub. The guy on deck is Jack Parkman, who's batting .918 against Rick Vaughn and murders baseballs. Murders. And Rick Vaughn, being an absolute psychopath, says, I'm walking him. I want Parkman. Now,
Parkman. That's an insane thing to do.
That's bad. What's worse is that Jake Taylor's like, all right, cool. What?
Yeah. That's going with his gut. That's some serious it's a managerial decision.
It's bad behavior.
Madden would have done that for the Cubs because he was always the smartest man in the room. I thought walking I would have walked the next guy to get the guy after Parkman. I would have walked the bases. I would have walked the game tied. Oh God.
Ridiculous.
And then the Rube hits him with, like, when the going get tough, but it's like he does it wrong.
When the tough get going, the going get tough.
The going get tough. And he just kind of walks away, like thumbs up, jogs back the plate.
And you already know he's just bringing straight shed.
Yeah, it's coming.
Just gas. Winds back, dials it up, 99. Blows it by him.
Also, he was throwing 86 earlier in the movie just by being the Wild Thing. And he added 13 miles an hour to his fastball just by wearing a cool jacket and glasses that now have a skull on them for some reason.
He threw 96 last season, 86 tops this season. Mm-hmm. His first pitch post return to Wild Thing, 99. Brother, what?
Right.
Blows it by him. Second pitch, they don't show you the speed. Parkman fouls it off. And now you're wondering, okay.
Yeah, he timed it up.
Do we bring it back? Does he listen to the shrink? Do we bring it back? What do we do here?
I wouldn't listen to that shrink. That shrink's a bad guy.
It's not very professional.
He's not a good person.
My shrink has never asked me about slow pitch softball. Not one time.
Well, that's their shortcoming. They should be
true.
more invested in your men's league slow pitch softball.
If he did, he'd know that we got a team full of dogs out here.
And then Parkman hits him with like one of the ultimate lines. And he's like, I timed you up. You ain't got enough hair on your ass to throw me another one.
Turns out he's got a lot of hair on that ass.
And that's when Rube hits him with a, like, Mr. Parkman, sir, I just want to let you know that you're on the tracks and the train's coming through. And like, oh shit. Like, oh, even Rube's throwing it back a little bit. Like, oh shit.
And Ricky Vaughn reaches back, dials up 102. Just gas. Straight.
Smell you later. Parkman with your jive ass swing.
Cooked.
Cooked.
Cuts. This is the best part of the movie. Cuts to Phelps, and she just goes, "There is no God."
I read that too. And it's back to Lou, who's now jumping up and down. I love this stuff. I may move to England. How nobody has discovered his radio at this point.
It's
But
visible.
not like the
You
doctor
see
is.
the
Yeah, the
wire.
doctor is there. There's a bunch of nurses. They're pulling him. He's like hugging everybody, just jumping up with these high five.
It's so
I
ridiculous.
love this shit. I may move to England.
It's amazing. His character is one of the best parts.
Lou Brown, goat.
Everybody's happy. He runs out and into the outfield, finds Nikki, who's at the game with all the youths.
First, he runs to the dugout side, and then they just breaks up with Flan. He just dumps her.
He goes, "I'm sure you have some great cereal, but no thank you."
Yeah.
Dumps Flan again.
Yeah, you're a great girl, probably too good for me. Take a hike.
See you later.
What did she like? I mean, yeah, like she was bitching about you being terrible at baseball, but she had a point.
Yeah, he sucked. ERA was in the 6. His FIP, I'm sure, wasn't good. You're right.
Couldn't have been. His whip must have been awful.
Terrible.
ERA that high?
Runs,
very disappointing.
Then sprints to the outfield, jumps over the wall, goes into the stands, finds Nikki with the youths. And Frankie's like, "Don't take this guy back. He's a loser." And then he's like, "Well, I'll take you and all the kids to the World Series." And he's like, "You should take him back."
Yeah, I believe him. I think people could change. I give him a second chance.
Good. And then the movie's over. He lays one
after
on her.
he does kind of reconcile with Nikki. He's like, "I want to celebrate with you for an hour, for a year. I just want to celebrate." And then there's an embrace, and it pans over his shoulder. Indians win on the Camden Yards, Jumbotron, and then the movie ends.
You know, it
ends with him bribing children so that his ex-girlfriend will take him back.
Who among us? Who among us?
Who among us?
Before we really have to lay into this one and tear it down. I mean, who am I kidding? This ad is going to lay into this one and tear it down too. Let's hear a word from our sponsors. Today's episode is brought to you by Shameless Sequels. The same thing, just worse. Did you like the first thing? Was the first thing a smash success? What if you did it again, except it's way worse? What if you did it again and it was just clearly a cash grab? What if you did it again and you got a whole new guy to play one of the guys and then you just never said anything about it in the whole entire movie? If all of those things are for you, Shameless Sequels are for you. It's a cash grab. And gosh darn it, this is a freaking cash grab, dude.
Yeah. It's uninspired. It's kind of lazy. I don't really care about any of the characters except Lou. And Tanaka. But Tanaka really, there's no... All Tanaka wants to do is just like be mean to people in Japanese, which is very funny. But like that's all he does. That and he like constantly knocks himself out.
This movie is like you copied off the homework from the first one. Like it's almost the same exact thing. It's like it's just worse. The pacing is atrocious. Within the first half hour, Phelps sells the team to Dorn. Dorn buys the team, cuts the best player, sells the team back. Like the pacing is insane. You don't know whether they're in the first week of games or the last week of games. I mean, it's just ludicrous.
Yeah, no point do you really have any kind of feel where you are in the season. And it's one of the most, it's a very easy thing to do in a baseball movie. Like we had weird exposition earlier when they were like showing him by the team, but there's no exposition about like where they are in the standings or in the season, like any length of time. It's just it doesn't do that, and that's the easiest thing to do in a baseball movie. You just be like, "Oh, they're 4 games back at the end of April," which is the thing Yeah, it's a thing that like people say all the time in talking about baseball.
Just overlay the standings. Show a newspaper. Like, who cares? Just do
Yeah.
something. The characters are uninspired in this one. They're all watered down. This is a Rick Vaughn movie, and like they chose to make him not cool.
They neutered Vaughn, and they only gave like one moment where like there was a flash of him, like getting back to it, and then immediately he just like goes back to Flan for like no reason.
Yeah.
Well, the reason is that she's super hot. So I get that.
I mean,
Yeah, like I don't think he's wrong, but I also don't think it has a lot to do with his character.
Yeah, it's just the motivations behind the characters in this movie all seem so surface level.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense. None of this would even come remotely close to happening in real life at all. Why does Witten want the team back? Like,
I have no idea.
It just doesn't make sense. So many things wrong with this one. You got any interesting trivia?
I don't have a tremendous amount of trivia. Like I said, even the trivia was a little disappointing in this sequel. And again, like it's hard to catch lightning in a bottle twice. It's Major League was just, it's widely considered the best baseball movie of all time. It's a great comedy. It's very funny. Has a ton of heart. This, like I said, this one just kind of is. We get mostly the same characters, and like Epps is just kind of in it. We get a new guy that's the same guy. But Camden Yards is the double for Cleveland Stadium instead of Milwaukee. I don't know why. I don't know why somebody from Cleveland, David Ward, is a lifelong Clevelander. It's why he wrote the movie about the Cleveland Indians, because he said the only way they would ever win anything is if I made a movie about it. Why they can't get him there, I have no idea. I did look it up, and Tanaka would have been the only Japanese player in Major League Baseball at the time.
Nice.
Before like Japanese baseball players became a huge part of the tapestry of Major League Baseball, especially now. The third best pitcher in the country is Japanese. It's Yamamoto. Sorry, everybody else. Go argue the wall. He's number 3 because there's 1 and 1A, and then it's him.
Sure is.
Spring training, and I knew it looked familiar. I knew I had been there, and I assumed it was like Bradenton or like something around there, Port St. Lucie or whatever, because I'd been going to spring training since I was young. It's where the Harrisburg Senators play. So spring training is shot in Harrisburg, and they bought like huge potted palm trees and just kind of like set them outside the stadium so it looked like Florida.
That's hilarious.
That is incredibly fun.
Good old central Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And if you've never ever seen where the Senators play, it's cool because it's on an island in the middle of the river. Because the river is exceptionally wide at that point. But there's, the baseball stadium just on an island, and it's dope. You should go. Minor league baseball is awesome. I recommend that all the listeners go to at least one minor league ball game this year just to see what it's cracked up to be, and it's awesome.
Go to Altoona and see their mascot, Altoona.
Altoona. One of the Renegades was Altoona.
Really?
Yeah. Stormy's from Altoona, and years ago he was Al.
That's unreal.
Yep.
Altoona's made. Altoona has some insane mascots. Their lineup
they've got a bunch now.
Ridiculous.
At one point they were the Rat Pack, because there was there's a horse, a clam, and there was another. They're like inflatable. Like Altoona is like a
green blob thing.
There's a bunch of them, but I remember the clam was Clammy Davis Jr. And I don't remember what the horse was, but just Clammy. I think about that all the time. This was 15 years ago that I saw.
Go watch minor league baseball.
It's awesome. It's so much fun. Steve Yeager is back. Like I said, he was the consultant for the first movie. He was Tom Berenger's stunt double. Essentially, like if you saw Tom Berenger do something, or Jake Taylor do something with the mask on, it was Steve. He's Coach Duke in this one, and he's just kind of like hanging out. He's just in it a lot, but he doesn't really do anything. He has like 2 lines or whatever. Like I said, Steve was a Major League Baseball player, brought him as a consultant. I think everybody just liked spending time with him because everybody spoke really highly of him. I think they just put him in the movie. It might have been like a thank you for like helping out. But yeah, he's just kind of like hanging out in all the scenes. He doesn't say much because he's probably not a very good actor. But yeah, I think it's just because that guy was cool and everybody liked hanging out.
It's kind of the best kind of guy.
We do get what Noah had said before, and it's one of the wisest thing people have said on this. The branding matters. It adds a lot more credibility. I don't remember what the White Sox record was in the early 90s, but this is the second time the White Sox are the villain in a movie that came out in 1994. It's this and Angels in the Outfield. But we get to see the White Sox be the bad guys. We also get Slider, the mascot in Cleveland, hanging out the whole time. You don't get the stadium, but you do get the mascot.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really do much in the movie. Like, you'll see him in the background, but he does tackle Roger Dorn at the end. Like, whenever all the players are hugging, Dorn's looking for somebody to hug. And then he just gets absolutely steamrolled by Slider. And that's a great joke.
That is a good one. I do like that. Especially because it's Dorn, who is just getting beat up a lot this movie.
Like I said, he's very slapsticky in this movie, and I feel bad for Corbin Burnson. He's so much better than that.
He is.
Because like Roger Dorn played a great, counter to Rick Vaughn in the original, and then in this one he's just kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, like he got kicked in the head by the mule that kicked Rube Baker in the balls.
And then his mom died. A correction from last episode that I wanted to say on air, but now we can. Corbin Burnson was the dad in Psych. And I said, wasn't James Gammon in Psych? No. James Gammon was in Monk. And there's the connection with Randy Newman, who was singing the opening song in Major League, the first one. So there's your threading of everything together.
I love this. We're gonna be so good at 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon by the time this is over.
Catch us at a baseball movie trivia night, just absolutely wiping the floor with everybody.
I'm gonna put up a Jack Parkman-esque Game 7 stat line. He's like 4 for 5 with 2 home runs and 11 bases.
And he does that in every game.
He is so good in Game 7 of the World Series. And they lose.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Or, I'm sorry, the ALCS, not the World Series. ALCS.
Yeah. I might come to opening day with the Rick Vaughn haircut. We'll see.
Ooh.
I might walk into my barber shop and say, "Give me the old Rick.
give me the heater."
It is a cool haircut.
It's you might be able to pull it off too.
I think I could do it.
I think you could.
Tats out, just looking like a bad guy.
You just be a bad guy. I've got a vest you can borrow.
Might have to do it.
Right. Dude, we gotta talk about this. That might be sick.
Might be cool.
It might be sick.
You want to get into some rankings here?
Let's get into some rankings.
This is gonna be
not good.
This is gonna be not good. This is not gonna be good. We'll start with baseball realism. Parkman's swing is the worst swing that we've seen.
It's bad. It's bad. It looks like mine.
There's a couple.
It's not good, and that's not an endorsement of my athletic prowess because I have like all the bones in my spine touch.
Just no cartilage whatsoever.
Right? Yeah, I have fused vertebrae. I am doing dick.
There's a couple really bad shots where it like is supposed to be a hit, but like they don't show the batter. It just shows the camera looking out in the field, and it's like very clearly not coming off of a bat. Like they just like put the ball in a pitching machine and they're shooting it out.
Or somebody just like kind of tosses the ball. Like Tanaka does make a barehanded catch on a fly ball. Yeah. First of all, you do that, you're off the team. Second of all, that would hurt so bad.
Yeah. The baseball in this movie it's substantially worse than in the first movie. It's substantially worse. And it's like, it's not even just, it's like how they film it as well, right? Like you can sneakily film bad baseball and make it look okay, but it's like they did things in this one to make it look bad.
Yeah.
This is going to be, I think, my first sub 5 because Parkman is supposed to be this guy who's just balling, and his swing is like, I'm unable to get beyond it. It's so bad.
Sick, like wraparound shades, though.
The shades are fire.
Those are
But
coming
the
back too.
swing, and for that reason, I unfortunately think I need to go 4.85 out of 10 marble sacks. Unfortunately.
You know, yeah, from watching the baseball that you see, not good. The realism as far as like, like situationally, I think this movie still has, at its heart, it knows ball. You get Vince Scully, Harry Doyle here, Bob Euchre, doing these calls, calling it as though it's a real game, and according to legend, it was unscripted. So he kind of just riffed with this stuff, and then they kind of filled it in as it went on. It's got that kind of baseball realism, but the fact that you've got a catcher who can't throw to the pitcher getting an invite to spring training on top of everything else, like, oh, buddy.
And even when Bob Euchre is calling the game correctly, what's happening on the field
is different, at least in that one point. It was just, I'm glad that was also jarring for you, because he's describing what's happening as the broadcaster, and then that thing doesn't happen. But like I said, at least one person knows ball, and it's Euchre. For that reason, I will go ahead and give this movie a 4.4 out of a possible 10 porno mags.
Oh, hell yeah. Now we're talking. Okay. This one's gonna be bad. I'm not gonna lie. I really liked Major League. I really didn't like this one.
It's not good. It's just a series of scenes that lines up a joke. It's usually kind of cheap and funny anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to be, it is just, you take the movie that was good. It's a straight up like mask off cash grab. Everything's worse. How did this screenplay get through? Like, there's a whole ass new guy, and you don't even put a joke in there about it. You ever just pretend it's the same guy? Make a joke about it.
And he even does like weird karaoke. It's like the first time you see he does like a little Wesley Snipes, like kind of spin and then the slide. Like, that's really cringy.
It's cringy. You completely change Dorn's character altogether. You completely change Rick Vaughn's character altogether. You kind of gut the Lou Brown character. He still carries, but you like take him out of the movie for a lot of it. Jake Taylor is still there doing his thing, which is one of the only good parts. Parkman's a dick, which is good. That's his character, but like I can't get over his swing. The pacing is atrocious. There's no cool shots in this one. It does have some redeeming jokes, and the scene at the end where Rick Vaughn is back as Wild Thing is just phenomenal, which is like literally the only saving grace of this movie. Like, it's the only reason this movie's above a 5 for me. But unfortunately, we're going to have to do 5.25 out of 10 aggressively 80s apartments.
Yeah, the biggest difference between this movie and the first one is that this one just comes off as lazy. It's uninspired. It exists for no other reason than it exists. I remember watching this movie years ago. I haven't seen this one in many years. And like some of the jokes still hit. But it's literally like 6 really good jokes in 90 minutes. I described this movie to you as the Rocky V of Major League movies, and I can't explain what that means, but I know in my heart that that's correct.
Did they even make a Rocky V?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Rocky V is the one where it's very clearly that Stallone is supposed to die, but the studio won't let him. So it culminates in a street fight with Tommy Gunn, that Stallone wins, even though he has a bunch of brain damage, and then is just fine.
Oh wait,
You never
this
saw
one. This
Rocky
is the one
V,
that
yeah.
came out in like 2012 or something.
No, that's Rocky. That's just Rocky. Or yeah, they're Rocky Balboa.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Bruh.
Rocky 6, where he fights Mason the Lion Dixon. If you want to talk about Rocky movies, I'm here all day.
Bro,
Rocky
you
5
gotta
is when he
hang it
fights-
up after 4. 4 is the GOAT, dude. You gotta hang it up after 4.
Rocky 4 is 88 minutes long. Do you know how many montages it has?
Not enough, brother.
9. It is 9.
Dude, Rocky 4 is sick.
And then they leave the kids at home with a robot while they just go to the Soviet Union.
The montage where he's in the woods just lifting stumps and then they're shooting Dolph Lundgren full of stuff you can't even find in a lab is just the sickest thing ever.
Rocky,
Dude,
the last
kills
good
Apollo
Rocky is
Creed.
Rocky 3. And then
No, Rocky 4 is great. You're
no,
tripping.
it's a terrible movie. I mean, I watch it all the time, but it is terrible. James Brown watches Apollo Creed die.
It's a good bad movie.
It has a robot.
All right, we're doing this on boxing movies next season.
Yeah, instead of baseball season, we're just doing the Rocky franchise. But yeah, so long story short, this movie stinks. There's some great jokes. Lou in the hospital, hilarious. Has some great lines, like some real staying power. The winning streak line. Every team uses it whenever you're struggling. Everybody uses it. It's an all-time great. That is the just a bit outside of this movie.
Yep.
It was nice to see the Bleacher Creatures back. Randy Quaid's really, really funny in that role. That like him saying, "We got Parkman, we're going to the World Series," and then they stink. They'll blow it in the playoffs. They'll blow it, and then like has the rally cap on, but it just says no.
No, dude.
And then he like blacks out the teeth and puts an X through the logo. The he who shall not be named. And then whenever as he's yelling, like, calling him mild thing, he's like, "Oh, blow it out your ass" or something, and he just loses his mind, like, "Oh my god, he's back!" And then the Wild Thing music kicks in. That part of this movie rules.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That part is so sick. The last like 6 minutes of this movie, better than the last 6 minutes of the first one.
Sure.
That is the only part of this movie that's good.
But it's only good because the rest of the movie is so ass.
I think it's just regular awesome. It's great, dude. Like, dude, chills.
It's awesome.
But I know they wanted like a redemption arc with Rick Vaughn. There isn't one because it's just kind of boring. It's all very one note.
He doesn't learn a lesson.
No, his lesson is that he likes wearing leather jackets and dating 2 people at the same time.
I mean,
at least with Jake Taylor, like we definitely got that, like, I'm ready to settle down kind of thing. I'm not the guy I used to be, like taking on that like kind of leadership role and maturity. Rick Vaughn was just like, what if I was a bad guy again? And then they win the ALCS because he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I am going to give this. I got 2. I'm not sure which one I want to use. I am going to give this. It is a poor film. 51 out of a possible 100 high fashion goons.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was stuck between goons and Parmesan pellets.
Parmesan.
I thought for sure
goons?
you were going to use Parmesan pellets over marbles. I sometimes guess what you're going to have, and I star them off.
Parmesan pellets the reason I did marbles is because when I was in high school, everyone said you got no marbles. It was like a huge thing. When it was like people said it for just years.
Do you think they'll let us take marbles into a baseball game?
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna
imagine
some marbles. How much can marbles be? Like the little sacks of they come in like the little thing that oranges come in. Like
imagine I just see us.
Fishnets.
I just see us doing some Scooby-Doo type shit where we're on a chase up the Tundi and we roll a couple marbles down behind us.
Marbles down.
So ridiculous.
I'm getting us marbles, man.
One thing that I looked up because I just wanted to see, because Tom Berenger is pretty good in this movie and the last movie.
He does a lot of acting. He does more acting in this movie.
Yeah,
than he does the second one.
I wanted to see.
I think this is the 3rd time he's been in a movie with Charlie Sheen. because it was this, Major League, and Platoon.
Yeah, I wanted to see what else is going on in his filmography. And then I looked up, I've seen Sniper before.
There's
think,
a bunch of them. There's a bunch of
Bro.
Sniper movies.
Dude, you know who's in like Sniper 9 Ghost Force Recon? Dennis Haysbert, dude.
What?
It came out in like 2009.
Wow.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, there's so many of them, man.
They ran that shit into the ground.
And the first one's like not that good.
It's not that good.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's
a product of its time.
Yeah, if you want to see Tom Berenger shoot people from real far away in a ghillie suit, then it's a good movie. And if you don't love that, then it's not a good movie.
Yeah. How do you feel about Billy Zane as other sniper?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, you can't be a sniper. You're old. Like, that would preclude you from shooting dudes from far away. Like, experience would be bad.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about the most important thing, which is liking and subscribing, ringing the bell. And I was thinking long and hard this week about what the unique one would be. And I realized, Chris, we're not high class enough. We're not in the country clubs. We don't have the croquet crowd on our side. But this is our gateway right here. So wiggle your way into a country club. Find some guys with big old hammers. Tell them to listen to Jabbo. That's pretty much it. It seems like that's the only crowd we haven't reached yet. We've gone international. We've gone to two-horse towns. We've gone everywhere, but we haven't infiltrated the country clubs. They would take one look at you and I and say, not a chance, Buster. But there has to be somebody out there that can get us in with the croquet crowd.
A high society type.
Crowd. Yeah, they know I'm a bad guy.
Definitely a bad guy. Like,
brother, you're a pirate as a hobby, dude. You're not getting in.
I'm a part-time pirate. They're gonna smell that on me.
It's not happening. You handed me a bottle one time. I said, "What's in this?" You said grog, and I was like, "Oh boy,
happy opening day."
That's it.
All right, folks. Unlike any other.
I cannot wait. Come see us on opening day. Come say what's up. And until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. And thank you for getting your popcorn ready.
Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates, or the steak by the plates.